I don't know the answer to that, Mr. Monroe. I wish I did. She's critical but stable. Well, I think you should speak to the director of the nursing home yourself. Now, from what your mother told me, I can't believe that they were overly concerned. No, I'm not charging with negligence. I'm simply saying that if my mother were in a similar situation and involved in an accident like that, I'd expect a few explanations. Well, I'm sorry that you choose to interpret it that way, Mr. Monroe. The fact is, your mother's a very nice person, and I like her, and I thought you might want a few of the details. You're welcome, Mr. Monroe. Goodbye.
You're mad?
Yeah.
Who was that?
That was the son of a patient I was concerned about yesterday.
The skull fracture?
Yeah.
How is she?
She's not so good. I've asked Dr. Bolak to do some more x-rays. Looks like we got a pneumonia on top of everything else.
Pat, I'm really sorry.
And the son is in Colorado and not about to come east. How are you feeling today?
Well, I was a little freaked out. I had a lot of trouble getting to sleep last night. At any minute, I kept expecting my friend to materialize out of the closet.
It's pretty scary having some nut lying in wait for you in your own house. You're entitled to be shaky. I thought you were off duty.
Not until this afternoon.
Oh.
In the meantime, Bob Reed's coming over here, and Daddy and I are going to talk to him about maybe getting some police protection.
Well, I hope there's something they can do. Oh, did you get your locks changed?
Yeah, first thing this morning. See? New keys.
Great.
Then after we talked to Bob, I thought I would go out to the beach house, Pat.
Sorry. I was taking pictures of a hairline fracture, and the patient was a very active 2-year-old.
Ah, that's a tough way to begin the day.
Hi, Peg.
Hi.
Well, I wish Mrs. Monroe could give you the same kind of trouble. Did you get a chance to talk to her yesterday?
Well, she was in a great deal of pain when I was working with her and being very brave about the whole thing, so I tried to be quick. But I saw enough to understand why you are so involved. What is there, in addition to the head injury?
There's a heart condition, diminished kidney output, and Clem suspects pneumonia. And on top of everything else, malnutrition.
What do you want me to do?
I'd like you to do a set of chest x-rays. I'd like to confirm the pneumonia.
Well, I'll do them, of course, but I have to say I'm not sure why. Well, once you know it's pneumonia, what can you do? It's almost impossible to treat successfully without normal air movement, and she obviously can't be taken off the respirator.
Well, no.
If I were Mrs. Monroe, I think I'd welcome pneumonia.
No.
It's true. I wouldn't want to be kept alive like that.
All right, but we don't know how Mrs. Monroe feels about that, do we?
No.
She's still alive. And I want to do everything I can to keep her that way. And that's what we're here for.
In today's episode, the part of Mary Ryan will be played by Carol Richards.
This Wednesday on an all-new Being Erica, a heartbreaking regret.
My brother Leo, it was obvious that he was having a rough time, but I didn't even notice. Leo! I don't think you're happy here.
You don't know what you're talking about.
A disturbing discovery
Oh my God, Leo. What you did, it was sick.
has Erica out for revenge.
Where are you going? This is my past, my regret.
But will she take it too far?
Erica, what did you do?
Being Erica, all new this Wednesday at 11, only on SoapNet.
It's the Winter Dishwashing Championship, and she's going in with no protective gear? Her hands could dry out!
Dawn Hand Renewal with Olay Beauty. It helps your hands seal in moisture while you do the dishes. Dawn does more.
So it's not a chore.
You are gonna love this. Come here. Wow.
Three Musketeers. Light, fluffy chocolate with 45% less fat.
Don't even think about it.
Also available in mint.
Imagine spending your time actually meeting the people who share what's most important to you. Well, now through the end of February, you can, for free. First, let eHarmony expertly match you to the people you're already compatible with at the deepest levels. Then, really get to know all your matches using our guided communication and see who's truly right for you. Free through February. Start communicating, start connecting, free now through February at eHarmony.com.
What superfruit is taking America by storm? Sunsweet Ones.
Prunes?
They're a delicious source of nutrients.
Wow. It's packaged by itself. That's fantastic.
It's so juicy.
This is delicious.
Sunsweet Ones. Over 400 million enjoyed and counting.
Bacon? Gotta get that bacon! Yummy, crunchy bacon, bacon, bacon! There in that bag!
Who wants a bacon strip?
Me, I get it myself, but I don't have thumbs! Yum, 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 it's bacon! I love you.
Bacon strips. There's no time like bacon time.
Thursday. Finally. Dinner with the girls tonight. I really want dessert. I better skip breakfast. Yep, this is all I need.
Skipping breakfast to get ahead? Research shows that women who eat breakfast, like the Special K breakfast, actually weigh less. Now in new multigrain oats and honey. With honey-kissed whole grains, you'll never want to skip breakfast again. Make your breakfast beautiful.
How's Channel R star reported this morning? Ready for a caffeine infusion?
More than ready. This stuff's stone cold. Good morning.
Hi. How long have you been here?
Since about 6. I went home last night at 11, slept until 5, got myself back together, and came on in. You are now looking at one of the foremost experts on the city sewer system.
Oh, that's what you wanted me to help you with last night, isn't it?
Never mind.
Well, look, I really want to get caught up with it, but I don't know when I'm going to do it, you know?
I believe I have mentioned Channel R's policy about unpaid overtime.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll do it tonight.
Unless you've got another basketball game to go to.
Oh, look, I didn't know you wanted to work late until just the last minute, and then Jack showed up with the tickets, and...
What I'd really like to do is reserve a few nights.
Well, for how long?
For the rest of your life.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'm going to pack all these things up, take them home, read them, finish them, whether Jack has anything to do or not, okay?
Mary, would you mind clarifying something about your relationship with Jack for me, just for business purposes? I mean, the first time I saw him, I thought he was your uncle or something.
He's my friend, and the man I happen to be in love with.
And if I need to reach you late at night, where do I call? Your family's place or his?
Well, I'm not living with him, if that's what you mean. But I do spend time at his place now and then.
Well, I'd say that he was a very lucky guy.
You know, he's going to be picking me up at times, and I would like you to understand something. He's not very tactful. What he says is true, and you can trust him with anything.
That's quite a recommendation.
Well, sometimes he gets off on the wrong foot. See, his parents died in a fire and when he was a baby, and he was sent to an orphanage. And then he got attached to one of the sisters there, and then she was transferred, and so he was deserted twice, you know? And after that, He just wouldn't get attached to anyone. He's still very, very cautious about people.
So he keeps them at a distance.
Until he gets to know you. And then he's kind and he's gentle and warm and he's painfully honest. He's just not what he appears to be when you first meet him.
Well, I'm sorry
About what?
that he met you before I did.
If I don't talk to somebody pretty soon, it's just possible I may freak out completely.
What in the world's the matter?
Jill, I know what's gonna happen, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I can't even stop myself at this point.
What are you talking about? Faith, that person hasn't tried something else, have they?
No, it's nothing to do with that. That's much better now.
Good.
In fact, I feel a lot safer this morning. Dad and I are gonna talk to Bob Reed in a little while.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's Pat. Are you sure you have time for all this?
Look, if I didn't have the time, I would make time.
Well, I'm really messing things up with Pat. It's like one side of me is watching the other side of me do one thing after another to turn him off.
Well, what have you done? Come on, sit down.
Well, you see, starting this afternoon, I have a 24-hour break coming up. So I made a deal with Clem, and I arranged for Pat to have the same 24 hours off, because I just wanted to take him out to the beach house with me. Yeah. And all I succeeded in doing is getting Pat really, really mad at me.
Oh, Faith.
I know Pat doesn't want me hanging around his neck, and I know what he needs. I know he needs to feel free and uncommitted. And I thought that's what I wanted, too. But I really don't. Jill, what I want is Pat all the time and all to myself. What I really want to do is marry him.
Oh, Faith, come on. That's not very realistic.
Of course it isn't, I know that. But that's what I want. I can't help it, that's the way I feel. You know, what I'd settle for right now is just to be able to make things as good as they once were.
Listen to me, okay?
Sure. That's why I came in here.
Look, I'm not going to tell you to play games or pretend that your feelings for Pat are any less intense than they really are. But, Faith, I am going to tell you to back off. Be cool and sweet and let Pat direct things for a while.
Jill, don't you think that's role-playing?
No, it's not. It's just returning to Pat the same considerations that he's given to you in the past. I mean, when you're feeling shaky and a little insecure and uneasy about the relationship, he let you direct the way things were going to go between you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe he's feeling a little pressured. And it might just be reassuring to him now to be in control of the situation, the relationship. You understand?
I understand. But I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Jill, there's a knot in my stomach every time Pat's more than 3 minutes away from me. For example, there's this little old lady who's a new patient on the service, and I'm so jealous of her, I'm sick with myself. She's critical, and she's maybe in her 70s. But here I am, sick with jealousy, because I think Pat rather would be with her than with me. And I definitely do not want to be that kind of person. But I just don't know how to stop myself.
I want that portable equipment in room 614 within 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Will you get Dr. Ryan in here right away, please? Mrs. Monroe, can you hear me? It's all right. Don't be afraid. We're here with you. We're not going to leave you. Dr. Ryan's your friend, and I'm your friend. And you're not alone. That's right. I'm here. she's going. Talk to her.
Mrs. Monroe, it's Pat Ryan. Listen, I'd talked to your son in Colorado just a few minutes ago, and he's coming to see you. In the meantime, I'm not gonna leave you, so don't be frightened, okay? I'm with you. Hey, there you are. Don't try and talk. I'm right here. Mrs. Monroe?
I'm sorry, Pat. For you. Not for her.
This week, 2 big wedding shockers.
Today is going to be your perfect day, Greenlee.
First, a confession.
You okay?
I'm pregnant.
With my child.
Then, a nightmare.
Emma? Oh my God.
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
All right, everyone, we're live in 60.
The dreaded first sneeze. That crucial moment of your common cold when the voice in your head kicks in and says,
You can't do anything about a cold.
We've got news for you. Yes, you can. At the first sign, grab some Zicam and cut that cold short. So the choice is yours. Shorten your cold or suffer through it. Get rid of your cold faster with Zicam.
Ring, ring.
Progresso. I look great in my wedding dress with the help of your amazing light soups.
Now we're adding even bigger pieces of white meat chicken. Oh, so when's the big day?
Oh, we got married years ago. But the point is, I fit in it.
Well, good for you.
Progresso, you gotta taste this soup.
Want one-of-a-kind eyes? Individualized with the CoverGirl Exact Eyelights collection. Green eyes, here's a look for you. Blues, hazels, and browns have their look too. Individualized with Exact Eyelights from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
People are talking about General Hospital's Lucky and Siobhan. D. Hunter Roscoe posted on Facebook, "Finally a love for Lucky. He and Siobhan are great together." Charlotte May adds, "This is great. I hope it works out for these two." Laura Bruno says, "Men are always sexier when they're happy and in love." And Lori McPherson Draper sums it all up. "They are just the cutest couple. Way to go, GH. I love this storyline." People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
I keep wondering if there wasn't more we could do for her.
In my opinion, no. May I give you a word of advice?
Sure.
There are so many doctors who would do anything, no matter how extraordinary, to keep a patient alive. Death is an embarrassment. Death somehow suggests that they haven't been doing their job well. Instead of being a natural and merciful release for the patient, it becomes the doctor's own personal failure. I mean, it's a trap that all of us get ourselves into every now and then. I think you ought to be aware of it.
I didn't like losing her, Nell, but I don't think that's why.
Who's lost?
Oh, hey, Mary. What you doing home at this hour?
Oh, Sam sent me to get my camera. Somebody in the sales department is using ours. Who'd you lose?
Patient died a little while ago.
Oh.
Hey, sit down, will you? Can you?
Yeah, sure. Gee, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about a missing person or something.
No. This was a very brave, lonely little lady, and Pat helped her a great deal.
Only she died.
Well, you helped her to die more easily. In my opinion, that's an extraordinary gift.
Oh, of course it is. What did she die of?
Essentially a skull fracture. I wish I knew the whole story to that thing. I don't guess there's any way to find out, though.
What story?
Well, have you ever heard of, was it Hillside Manor Nursing Home?
No, in Riverside?
Yeah, it's up the drive, near the monument. Well, she's a patient there. She has a son in Colorado. Her daughter's dead, and her grandson was a college student. She kept thinking I was her grandson.
She was admitted last night with a depressed skull fracture. I think Clem probably could have pulled her through, but she was in such miserable condition otherwise.
Anemic, heart condition, undernourished. And apparently the people at the nursing home waited 24 hours after she fell before they brought her in.
Well, what explanation did they give for that?
Well, they didn't know how much damage was done, which could be true. Mrs. Monroe said that she didn't like to complain because it didn't do any good.
Oh, Pat, that's awful.
Clem got her through surgery, but she died this morning.
And no family was there?
Pat was with her.
She thought I was Tony, the grandson. I hope so, anyway. She smiled.
She was, on the respirator. If she'd pulled through, she probably wouldn't have been able to leave that bed. The machines would have kept her going until her heart gave out. I'm glad she was spared that.
Really?
Well, my reaction is colored by my own situation, of course. When I came to Riverside last summer, before the first aneurysm went, it wasn't death that I was afraid of. Though I have worked up to that, understand. No, at that point, I was afraid of impairment, of a half kind of life supported by machines and drugs. I've gotten used to the idea of dying, but I'm still terrified of that.
But what can a doctor do when there's still hope? And there was hope with Mrs. Monroe.
Pat, don't. Look, Mrs. Monroe is at peace. You'll be at peace, too.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet. Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has a status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, just before he hosts the Academy Awards, critically acclaimed actor James Franco returns to wreak havoc in Port Charles.
I'm a whack job, ask anyone.
Carrie Payton is now on staff at General Hospital as Dr. Terrell Jackson.
So it seems.
House hunter Suzanne Wang is Carol Chang, wedding planner.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And on One Life to Live, General Hospital's Ted King is moving to Landview.
Quick.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
There's a place called Hidden Valley where kids not only eat their vegetables, they can't get enough. Hidden Valley Ranch makes vegetables delectable. There's more from Hidden Valley than just ranch flavor. There's Farmhouse Originals with flavors like garden tomato, creamy Parmesan, and hickory bacon. Farmhouse Originals give this valley a whole new flavor.
For me, your favorite toy? You're gonna want Mr. Fuzzy Man even more now that we've discovered Beneful Playful Life with extra protein, so you're ready for anything.
Beneful Playful Life. Another healthful, flavorful Beneful. Before you use Monistat for a yeast infection, know this. BV, the most common vaginal infection, has very similar symptoms. The Vagisil Screening Kit tells you if you have a yeast infection or need to see a doctor. So don't guess, test.
15 seconds with Kristen Alderson.
One beauty secret of mine is eyeliner. I think as long as I have like some eyeliner or mascara going on, I think like the rest is kind of okay. I love the smoky eye look.
Catch Kristen Alderson on One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
One big wedding.
We're the luckiest women in the world.
One big secret.
You changed my paternity test.
Who's the father?
Oh, God.
And the confession.
Stop lying to me!
That will change it all.
I slept with Brody.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet. Valentine's Week brings hope for 3 couples. First, Sonny and Brenda plan their lives together.
We're unstoppable.
Then, I'm just getting started. Patrick fights to win his wife back. And
Pregnancy test results are back.
is Sam having a baby? Watch General Hospital weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Coming up on the all-new season of Being Erica,
Wait, where am I going?
Erica is put to the test.
Happy first day of our new business.
New challenges create rivals.
Brent, set us up. What are we gonna do?
Betrayals threaten friendships.
My God.
And new friends
I had a really great time today.
become lovers.
Wow.
But what more will Erica lose before she fights for her future?
Something awful is going to happen.
Does it mean that I'm dead?
It could. An original primetime drama, Being Erica. All new this Wednesday at 11, only on SoapNet.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
I'm sorry about Mrs. Monroe.
For a while there, I really thought we were gonna pull her through. She got me all mixed up with her grandson.
Well, Pat, you know you and Clem did everything you could for her.
I wanted her to see the grandson again, the real one.
Listen, do you want to change your mind about coming out to the beach house with me?
Faith.
Pat, we can walk along the beach and we'll get driftwood, and then we'll make a fire, and we'll sit on the cold sand and practically cook ourselves with the heat from the fire, and all the time the ocean's moving and moving and
I don't think
moving.
I'm exactly in the mood, okay? Maybe some other time.
Oh, Pat, please, we'd have such a good time. Please come with me. I know you'd love
Will
it.
you cut it out?
But why not, Pat? I mean, what's wrong with me wanting you to just come away with me where you can unwind and relax for a little while?
Faith, you're crowding me, and you gotta stop.
Look, we don't even have to be together if you don't want to be. I mean, you can have 2 bedrooms and I'll have 2 bedrooms, okay? And we'll just meet in the kitchen when we're hungry. Or better yet, I'll cook you huge meals and I'll leave them out on the table for you and we can write each other notes, okay?
Faith, this isn't any good. We've got to stop.
Stop what?
Seeing each other. Going around.
Pat, that's not fair. I didn't do anything to deserve that.
You can't leave me alone. I don't know if you know it or not, but it's like you're coming at me from all directions. Every time I turn around, there you are with an invitation or an idea or suggestion. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that?
Pat, I don't have to go out to the beach house with you. I'll go by myself, all right?
You're a wonderful girl, Faith. I think you're probably the nicest girl I know.
Pat, no.
But it's no good. It's too important to you. And there's no way I can live up to who you expect
Look,
me to be.
I just told you I'll go out to the beach house by myself, okay?
Faith, it's not that. It's the whole thing. I love you, and I care for you. But not the way you love me and not the way you care for me.
That doesn't matter.
It matters to me. We gotta end it right now.
I don't think we should make decisions when we're both really
We got
upset,
to make
Pat.
this one. And you know it's right.
No.
Yes, because we've been on the brink of it for a couple of days
No,
now.
we haven't.
Yes, we have.
Pat.
I'll still be your buddy if you want me to be.
Pat, you don't really mean it. I mean, is this it? Is everything over between us?
Yeah.
I didn't know it hurt this much.
I'm sorry. I wish it didn't. Listen, I think one of us better get out of here before we both start to cry.
Pat, I don't want to leave
Faith,
you.
come on.
Please, no, wait.
Believe me, I'm sorry. But it's better now than if we did it later. That'd only hurt more.
No, it couldn't.
Yeah, I think it could. I'll see you later, okay?
In Landview, rules were meant to be broken, and its residents will stop at nothing to get their way. Catch all the Landview shenanigans on an all-new episode of One Life to Live, weeknights at 9 on